don't know if we are or not.
Yeah, we should be. We're just waiting for the video and the.
Oh, it's saying I'm live.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too. I'm not really. Oh, there we go. All right, it says that they're live. I just got the notification.
Touching hands.
Oh, my cigarette lighting up.
Do what?
Reaching out.
Cool. Just seeing my cigarette light up.
Oh yeah,
touching you. Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, you know.
Good times never seem so
And yeah, it's funny because when I do podcasts with my UK buddies, we use Discord. And, like, they cut out all kinds of
stuff. He says to do the ba thing.
And it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only.
You probably hear that all the time.
Oh, you have no idea. When people drink, they like to bump up. That's why I've never changed it, because it's just a fun song. Nobody thinks it's not broken.
Yep.
Funny thing is now when people just hear it on the radio, they're like, "I think of you, man." That's funny.
Oh. All right, so here we go. What's up, guys? If you don't know me, I'm Crystal. I'm going to be hosting tonight's Death Hour with our special guest, Neil Diamond Cutter, the honey badger himself.
That's right. Everyone sing it with me. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum.
So I'd like to start off tonight with a little game. Are you up for it?
Sure, why not? Okay, I'm down for games.
All right, so I'm going to do deathmatch version of Would You Rather. So what I'll do is I'll ask you some deathmatch items, and you pick whichever one you think you would rather take. Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So I'm going to start with what about? Hang on, I had it written down here. I have.
Oh, you're slipping. You're slipping, Crystal.
I am. I'm slipping.
You had one job.
So, okay, would you rather take razor wire with pits of alcohol or pits of glass with salt and lemon?
Salt and lemons. I'd rather do that because the lemons are going to sanitize the glass. And the salt will also sanitize the cuts.
But I think it would hurt like hell.
They always tell you, like, when stuff is healing, like, if it doesn't hurt, it's not healing.
True. That's true. I mean,
so,
I've had plenty of times.
I've had my head stomped in the salt. It ain't that bad.
Not that bad? Gotcha.
No.
Okay. Would you rather take Mega Bloks and Legos or pool noodles with toothpicks?
Oh, I'll take the Legos all day over toothpicks.
Yeah, I think kind of across the board with most people.
Yeah, because they break. They break underneath the skin.
Yes.
Like when Drake did it to me onto the boogie board at King of Death 2011, like I had a wooden skewer. Like it's gonna be hard to tell because of the size and all that, but like that big of a piece was stuck in my back for about a week and a half.
Oh God! And then it starts to get gross. And
it actually forced its way out.
It worked its way out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like one day I just felt the tip of it just rubbing my back, and I went, reached back, grabbed it, and just slid it right out.
Nice.
Didn't get any picture or anything like that. So I like that graphic. Crystal, would you rather?
So
yeah,
I feel like
definitely.
I don't know if we're running early on that or not, but we'll keep going. So what about staple guns, which I know you have a little bit of experience with, or thumbtack Nerf bullets shot from a Nerf gun?
I want to do the Nerf guns because I haven't seen that done successfully, and I think it'd be funny to get shot with a Nerf gun and have it just stick to me.
I know, wouldn't it be fun?
So,
put like a bullseye on or something.
Yeah.
Great.
Say, I'm all about the new stuff. Hey, Adam Bueller.
What's up, Adam? You're in Indy right now, aren't you? Like right in my neck of the woods. Okay, so my last would you rather, I think I jumped the gun. But I'm new here, so forgive me. Gussets or a water cooler judged
I only recently did gusset plates with Satu Jin at that badass wrestling show.
Nice.
He gave me what is it called? A Farouk spine buster into it, and it was a door with gusset plates on it. I put like 6,000 thumbtacks on it and a bunch of ornaments. And he slammed me right through it.
Ooh, like Christmas ornaments?
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't get any like shards or anything in me, so I'm good.
I've heard that Christmas ornament shards are pretty tough to deal with.
Yeah, I was trying to give Satu an early Christmas present, but he turned it around on me.
Oh no! Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah. Oh, this Johnny R. Frederick, I think is how you said it, or Fedic. I can't pronounce the last name.
No, I'm not sure.
I can't see.
Watch the whole entire fucking name.
Yeah, but he asks, "What is your favorite death match from 2019?"
Yeah.
I got to remember all my matches from 2019.
It wasn't that long ago.
No. My two favorite matches probably had to be from Southern Sickness, because
those were great.
Yeah, like Alex really brought it to me, and he ended up landing on knives, and it took a good chunk of his arm out. Like, I've got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, the elbow vagina for a bit there.
Yeah. Crystal can definitely firsthand tell you it was gross looking. They're telling him like, you need to go to the hospital. He's like, nah. He was so nonchalant about it.
Nothing a little glue can't fix. Thank God that we know what we're doing as far as that goes.
Yeah. The other reason is because I got to face John Wayne Murdoch 1-on-1 with like Pick Your Poison. Yeah. We got a shitload of tubes, and like I'm still picking glass out of my head from that, like little shards.
And little there may not have been a weed whacker, correct?
Yeah. I got on the ribs a little bit. It really wasn't that big. It looked worse than what it really was. The string, I guess, broke on the guard. And it ended up making it shorter.
Yep, it flew into the audience. It was funny. I was like right next to it when the string broke. It was great.
That's funny.
Interaction, we love it.
Yeah, but that was one of my like bucket list kind of things, because I've known John since he broke into IWA Mid-South, and just to see what he's become, I'm so incredibly proud of him.
Yeah.
Such fun to have a one-on-one. We've had a bunch of multi-mans, but we never had a one-on-one until that day.
That's awesome.
So I'm very, very grateful for it.
Very cool. Very cool. Who else is on your bucket list?
Well, there's a bunch of dudes. Like, I gotta get a rematch with Marcus Crane from our Prince of Death match. I want to face G Raver, Nick Gage, all the top dudes.
Sure.
I'd love to wrestle Tremont again, or face Schlack again in a light tube match, or just some crazy match.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm in there with Schlack, it's always anarchy. Things always go. It always looks like a car wreck after we're done.
Oh yeah, definitely. So obviously, you're a Neil Diamond fan. So why did you pick Sweet Caroline as your song?
Well, when I first came into IWA, I had a completely different gimmick, and got paired up with the Hooligans, and I believe I gotta give credit to Ian for the idea of the Neil Diamond thing, because he was watching Saving Silverman one day, and he thought it'd be funny if someone was just an obsessed Neil Diamond fan like they are in that movie, and just be stupid, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they thought I fit the bill because I'm willing to make fun of myself, and they thought it was funny to come out of Sweet Caroline, unbeknownst to them that the song would be that big,
Yeah.
especially now, big karaoke song.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, it's been that way for a long time. Every bar I've ever been in, if that comes on, everybody ba-ba-bas.
Yeah, like I didn't realize it till someone sent me a link where a stadium of 50,000 people, yeah, 50,000 people in Japan all sang it.
Wow.
Like, whoa, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to hear like other guys are starting to come out to it. It makes me laugh.
Nice. Tell them to get their own shit.
It's all right. I can share. It's just a song.
That's just. I mean, I'm sure Neil Diamond would be okay with it.
I'm sure he'd be fine with everyone else using it. Finding out that a guy comes out and then gets all bloody afterwards. I don't know if he'd be happy about that. He's kind of a wholesome guy.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's a deathmatch fan.
No. If anything, he's praying for our souls.
Praying for your souls. Yes, that is quite possible. Quite possible. Um, so I know I've seen you in some promotions like IWA and VOW, Vicious Outcast, Unsanctioned Pro, Bizarro Lucha, right? You've been there too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex power bombed me out of my socks that night.
Yes, he did. He did. I remember that. You have ICW as well, right? You just signed up with them to do their ICW hardcore deathmatch challenge.
Yeah, I love the name of that show because it's so long. It's what? Yeah, there it is. ICW Hardcore
Deathmatch
Deathmatch Challenge 2.
2.
Such a ridiculously long name.
It is.
It's so funny.
So, what are your plans? This question is from Dysfunction. What are your plans to accomplish in ICW in 2020 to get a chance to go into the Insane Eight?
Hell yeah. Saying if you know anything about me, I love me my tournaments. I love getting fucked up all in one day.
Yeah,
like,
get over with, right?
There's been so many off the top of my head, I can think of like 3 times where I've gone into tournaments and like they had to stop me from continuing in the shows because I got that busted up. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, just let me go. Whatever. I don't care.
Nice.
So what? A ton of blood's coming at me. I don't care. Let's go out there.
They
Do
don't
this.
call you the honey badger for nothing, right?
Right. Right. Well, to answer his question about ICW, like, yeah, like I've always wanted to go up there and work their shows because I've always had really good talent. And like it's always been a fun, relaxful atmosphere for me. Like anytime I've gone up there, everyone's been extremely sweet to me. Everyone's really concerning about what exactly is being used in the match, just to precaution kind of thing.
Yes.
Um, that kind of stuff really rubs me the right way. Like I worry about everyone's safety all the time. I'm such a worried bug about it.
Well, that's how it
But
should be anyway. I mean, y'all are supposed to, have each other's backs, literally,
yeah, exactly. But like it's just a different atmosphere up there. Like I've told plenty of people this, but I'm probably heading into like the last few years of my career, and I'm just trying to leave some kind of mark. I've realized I'm not going to be the world superstar I wanted to be in death matches, but I can work real hard right now and build a good foundation, and at least when people look back, they can be like, that dude was pretty good and he was insane.
awesome.
At least leave my little mark on death matches at least.
Very
So,
cool. That's a great goal to have. So that if you get into the Insane Eight, that'll be your first one then, right?
yeah, my first Insane 8, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Cool.
I keep telling those people, like, every time I do a show up there, um, I really do this anywhere. Like, you heard me say it at Sickness. Like, whenever the shows are done and all that, I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't do anything hospital worthy. next time I'll try harder.
Yeah. But you always bring it. Like every time I've seen you fucking kill it, and it's great. It's always a good time.
So I try to. I learned very, very young. Like put everything you got into it, make everyone else work harder.
Yeah.
Like everyone's good at what they do, then they'll worry about themselves. They won't worry about what I do.
Yeah, definitely. So Donnie Boyd is asking you, how was it to wrestle Crane in the Prince of the Death Match's final?
Yeah, I saw that a few minutes ago. I've been trying to work it in.
Yeah.
It was kind of surreal. Like I worked Marcus quite a few times prior to that in like normal matches. You can actually find them on YouTube. They're horrendous matches. They're bad. We're both green as fucking and dumb. But
start somewhere.
Yeah. But like going into that kind of match, like I felt actually really comfortable with it because I had worked him a bunch of times prior. So like it really wasn't anything out of the norm for me because I worked him a bunch of times. So I was pretty comfortable in the ring with him. And once we got out there, we just went out there and just beat each other up and just kind of did stuff. So like I enjoyed it. Like I want to see like what we could do now, considering he's at the top of his game and I feel I'm at the top of mine. And you just give us a bonkers kind of match. I think it could be something really neat and really special.
Nice.
Oh.
There's another question for you.
Yeah, I'm reading it. I'm a slow reader. Sorry, guys.
Now you're doing great.
Okay. To answer the first part, I took I believe a 3-year hiatus because I had a child in 2012, a little boy named Daniel, and we decided to move to Phoenix, Arizona. And I became a truck driver. Decided to stop doing that when I fell asleep and almost drove off the side of a mountain.
Oh shit! That's cool.
Yeah,
that went real quick.
Yeah. Once that happened, I quit trucking and found another job and started working in Phoenix for Party Hard Wrestling, and just slowly started getting back into it. And my first actual death match back from retirement was Schlack, actually, in a light tube Bonanzas match in California.
Nice.
So like I kind of dived back into the death matches immediately.
Yeah, that's no easy ride right there.
Yeah. No, there's a goofy picture from Carnage Cup 7. I was so beat up.
Look at
That's
you.
after. That's after my blood bath.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry.
There. Silly girl.
Yeah, it happens.
To answer the second part of Rich's question, no. Like I'll do kind of whatever now. Glass don't bother me. Like I'm still picking glass after like 3 or 4 weeks of wrestling. Like it's whatever to me, man. As long as nothing gets infected. Like really wooden skewers and like toothpicks, like that's really where that and barefoot matches. You want me to do a barefoot match? You're gonna pay me money to do a barefoot match because no one fucks with my feet.
I can't imagine doing barefoot matches like the hooligans coming out and Alex coming out with no shoes on. No, thank you. Especially because you already have to walk through the shit that's already out there unless you're like first match. So that's already tearing your shit up, and I'm, no, no.
I'm just laughing because I'm looking at this picture, just staring back at me, and me and be all bloody. Like, that's such a creepy picture. I need to take that down.
It makes your eyes pop, though.
Yeah, it does. I have really blue eyes.
So yes, you do. So what got you into deathmatch wrestling?
Well, I've always been a fan of like ECW and the hardcore stuff.
Nice.
And when I broke into IWA Mid South, like I got introduced to death matches. Devin showed me a match between Jun Kasai and Masada over in Japan. He's like, "This is death matches," and I just instantly fell in love. I was like, "This is a whole new dimension to like creative side you can have with hardcore by making door tables and being kind of creative in that sense. But this takes it to a whole nother level because you have so much more to work with to
Absolutely.
create different things.
And you
You know?
get to tell of a story too, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Um, like when local guys or long time local guys ask me questions like, "Why do you do that?" It desensitizes everybody. I'm like, "Yeah, but the thing is that just we're a different breed of people. There's people out there who get hung by hooks for fun.
Yeah.
Like we're just a more extreme version of what you do. If you
Exactly.
don't want to do it, just don't do it. That's cool, whatever. But if you
Yeah.
take away all the weapons, what do you got? A normal match.
Yeah. And there's I think there are people who enjoy just your normal match, and then there's your death match fans. And I swear, I mean, I love both equally. I kind of tend to like death matches and hardcore matches a little more. But the fans are a whole different breed of fan too. They're, dedicated, and they will travel, and they will bring shit, and they are sick as
Yeah.
fuck. Some of the shit that these people bring, I'm like, are you kidding me? Holy shit.
Oh
They just
man, when
get
I
better and better.
when I, sorry, I see that picture right before I got my haircut and stuff. That's what I looked like right as I stopped trucking. Like I just let the beard go, let the hair go. I became Moses for a couple years.
Moses.
But crap, I can't even remember where we just were. That
Oh,
picture's
it was just
distracting.
talking about like deathmatch fans and the crazy sick shit that they bring.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, one, the fans are unlike anyone else because like you go to a normal show, they'll be like, "Oh, thank you, I enjoy what you do. It's so cool to see you." That kind of stuff. Deathmatch fans, first thing they always say is like, "I appreciate what you do, thank you."
Yeah,
Usually, the first thing they say, and like for a guy like me, I really, really appreciate that because like unless you do it, like you don't really understand like fully the pain that we go through.
right, right. The recognition is nice to have.
Well, just a little appreciation.
Appreciation, yeah, that's
I
what I meant.
know, like I plan on getting shirts and stickers and patches and all kinds of new stuff here soon.
Nice,
Just because, like, I know there's people out there who would like to have it, and I'm not going to be a punk about the price. It's more than that now for me.
right, right. Very cool.
Johnny wants to know: have you thought of wrestling in GCW? A lot since they started having tournaments. I've
Nice.
joined. Um, so I just hope to get an opportunity soon. Hopefully, sooner than later. But like, I would really like to go and work there. It seems like a great atmosphere. Everyone seems super nice. Anyone I've talked to that's a big GCW fan has always been real nice and respectful to me. So it's the place to be right now. For death matches, like they're going to be around for a real long time. They got a good roster of guys that are going out there putting on 120% every single time. Like they're not going anywhere for a while.
I agree. I agree.
Blake wants to know: do you feel like you are overlooked by the East Coast? A little bit, but then again, I took a 3-year break, and my name kind of faded a little bit. I'm building my way back up, so I'll take any tournament I can get on. Like I will go as far as I possibly can. I'm really trying to establish like I'm not a one rounder. Out of all the tournaments I've done, I've only lost in the first round twice. That was
Yeah.
Trev Younger and Schlack.
Nice.
Everyone else, I've made it to at least the second round or further. Uh,
Awesome.
the picture they got up, that's from Slave of Death. I made it to the finals. And the last thing I took in that show was a Canadian destroyer off of a balcony.
Holy shit.
Like, yeah, that could have been fatal real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of tournaments, you were the first Prince of the Deathmatch winner at IWA.
Yeah. That was me and Marcus in the finals.
Nice.
Same.
Very cool. Very cool.
It was a weird night. I got to work John Moxley first round where he was a drunk. And
seems to be a thing from what I understand that he happened to be that way quite a bit.
oh, probably. Yeah, I worked Kyle Threat in the second round. I think he was known as OMG for a while.
Okay.
We had unlucky 13 fish hooks, and it was an okay match. You know, he didn't like piercings, and I did. I was like, whatever. I have piercings, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
And then faced Marcus Crane in a no rope Ultimate X barbed wire match. And that's where I sliced my finger. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. But like there's a line that goes all the way up from knuckle to joint.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Same white line. But when he suplexed me off to the ladder onto this big X, it cut all the way to the bone and all the nerves right there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't feel anything, but every time I squeezed my finger, it would open up and like talk to me.
Oh.
So I didn't feel it. So there was no blood or anything. Clean cut.
Yeah.
Um,
Guess that's a good thing. It's lucky it repairs itself better usually.
yeah. Well, a guy came over and told me how to clean it up and all that jazz and like how to get my mobility back and stuff. And you know, it's whatever. I don't go to the hospital. Glue will fix everything.
Yeah. Glue, duct tape. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's right, Gary. Someone's butthole is about to get stapled shut. Oh, no worries, Cody. I'll be back to harass you again. Just a matter of time. Ever a time where you wanted to say fuck it and leave deathmatch wrestling? What kept you coming back? When I first started, like, for me, I had little epiphanies. Like, when I got done having my match with Wax at King of Death 2010, I sat in the back and just sat there and thought, do I really want to do this anymore? Just was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm cut out for death matches. And, once all the cut healed and all that, I went and did Carnage Cup 7, I believe, and got busted up some more, but didn't get busted up too bad, and just got better at doing them. Got better at not getting so cut up and so busted up, and protected my face a little bit better at times. So
it just takes a while to get the groove growing, right?
Yeah. The reason I came back to him is because it's just more creative. Normal matches kind of get boring for me, because I'm such a small guy. It's always going to be me versus a big dude. It's always going to be that for the most part. Even in death matches, for the most part, it's like that. I'm always facing bigger people. I don't face people my size. I think John Rare, was it John Rare, David Day, Marcus Crane, American Kickboxer 2, and Phoenix Kid. Like 5 guys I've worked out of all my death matches that are like close to my size.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rare for me to get to work guys around my size. It's always going to be a bigger dude in normal matches. So death matches, I can face a bigger dude. I just have to hit him a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
I just bring him down to my level to a degree.
Yeah.
That's why I throw headbutts, because it's an equalizer. If I headbutt someone in the head, you're going to get hurt. It doesn't matter how thick your skull is. Like, you're going to feel it, because I have a very hard head. Thoughts on the box spring barbed wire at ADT? I actually liked it. I got stuck. Like, as soon as I hit it, I was stuck to the thing.
Oh, no.
And, it didn't bother me at all. Thank God he pulled on my leg, because I think that just kind of, if any of them were stuck, they just kind of pricked out, where if he would have like grabbed me by the arm and pulled me off to the side of it, I think that would have ripped flesh and stuff. It's just right opportunity getting pulled off of it. So.
Dang. But you still liked it though, right? So that's cool.
Oh yeah. I'd do it again with new barbed wire. Always gotta have new barbed wire.
So
That's the one thing I gotta tell fans though. I gotta tell fans that actually bring weapons. If you bring weapons, bring new stuff. Always bring clean new stuff. Don't ever bring like just an old pair of pliers you found around the house.
Oh my God, yes, please
You know,
don't.
bring new pliers, and I'll pull someone's nose ring out or something. You bring me dirty ass pliers, I'm throwing that shit off to the side.
I'm gonna have to cover my nose ring when I see you now.
No, I'm not gonna do it to you. You heal me up. You're good.
I try. So in December at Requiem of Violence, there was a newspaper report that there was a disturbance during the event, and the EMS were called, and it says, and I quote, a wrestler sustaining lacerations to his back after being struck with a fluorescent light tube as a part of the performance. What are your thoughts on that?
Wasted their time. Calling the EMTs. Wasting time. Someone could have been having a heart attack, for God's sake. And I'm just sitting here in glass. Okay, so I'm at a show called HIW. It's Independent Hardcore Wrestling, I believe. They're mainly based around the Illinois Alton area. They wanted us to do, like, I think it was tacks, a table, and some light tubes. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's normal for me. No, the time we were going to did not know what they were getting. They had no idea. They thought they were getting a hardcore match. I'm like, okay, they're going to see a death match, but whatever. So we go through the match. Everything's fine. Well, there's some kind of dispute between the owner of the building and the owner of the wrestling company. I don't know what happened with that, but apparently cops got called. I'm sitting there all calm, like whatever. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Right.
You know, I volunteered to do what I did, so they
doing your job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job. I get paid to do this. So the cops show up and they look around. They see me. Don't think much about it. Then I walk out there to get a cup of water just because I'm thirsty, and my back is covered in blood. And they're like, "Are you okay? Should we call an EMT?" And I'm like, "No, wasting your time."
Oh my God.
I was like, this is what I do. Like, this is my job. I'm like, no, you don't need to call them. It's a waste of time. I just need someone to pull some glass out, make sure there's no gashes. Well, they called the EMTs anyway. And I didn't want to fight them, so I just went and did it. And they cleaned me up and all this and come back in. And I'm like, sorry, guys. I tried to do something hospital worthy. I just didn't do enough. And the EMTs just gave me a dirty look, and I'm like, you wasted your time. Sorry. And I just walked away.
I'm sure they were.
I had no idea it was going to be in the newspaper. If I would have known that, I would have been spurting up. I would have been saying my name constantly. My name is Neil Cutter. Don't forget, if anyone ever tells you, like anyone ever asks from a newspaper, my name is Neil Cutter. You can use that name. What do I think of Chuck Steen? Cat is a cool dude. I like Chuck. So he's a good man. Saying I only worked him the one time, but I would like to work him again. For him being an old man. He's like in his late 30s, I think. So, this picture's from let me see if I can recognize the background. I think that's got the white. I think that's from Drake Younger's match. I think I got a couple where I'm just straight standing up like that and I'm covered in blood. How many times have you been compared to Spike Dudley for me? How do you feel about that? All the time. If it's not Spike Dudley, it's Mikey Whipwreck. And it doesn't bother me at all, man. I've met Spike. Spike's a good dude. I believe I've talked to Mike on MySpace back when that was a thing.
Oh my god, that was
Talked to him. I don't know if it was his official MySpace,
mm-hmm.
but I believe I talked to Mikey. Like both of them are nice guys. I, you know, wouldn't mind working them. I think they'd be fun. What we got here? You feel like you're over like a little bit, but yet again, I took time off. And yes, GCW is a goal in 2020.
Nice. What are some other goals that you have in 2020?
Oh, I got tons of goals. Say here in a few weeks, I'm gonna get my passport. So, like, I want to go out of country really bad. And GCW will always be a goal. I'd like to be part of the Nick Gage Invitational. I know that's extremely hard to get into, but like I said, I'm a tournament guy. I like tournaments.
Yeah.
If any show ever just brings me in for one show, I want it to be a tournament.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to get their money's worth. And if I can get to the second tournament, or the second round of the tournament, I'll be more than happy. And I would love to just show everyone that I'm a lunatic. Hey, Neil, would you rather look at Peter be naked or have a three-way with Joey Ryan and Val Venus?
Oh God.
I'm going to choose option C, and that's put a bullet in my brain.
Good choice, my friend. Good choice.
Sorry, Cody. But I no. At that point, you might as well put a bullet in my brain.
Nice.
Hell of a man. But,
So, what is one of your favorite, favorite matches? And also, a second part of that question is like, who is one of your favorite people that you've like teamed up with or opponent, or above, whichever you want to answer.
It's probably one match I always like going back and kind of watching because my opponents, despite them not being experienced in death matches, like were really good. One is what is it? That show is Crimson Crown Wrestling. They're what is it? Crimson Cup 2. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Crimson Cup. Yeah, I always get a bunch of tournaments mixed up. Was it? I worked Phoenix Kid and a guy named Turix. Turix has been in the business for like 15 years. Like me and him are right on the same amount of time that we've been in the business, like a real long time. And what is it? Phoenix Kid, I think he's been in the business for like 3 years. He's only done one death match prior to this match, and I was at that show too.
That was the Outcast, right? With the painted.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, that's when we had that big 6-man war.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a little bonkers.
Yeah.
They need their stuff though. Everything had dirt on it.
Okay.
But back to this Crimson Crown match. It was a Guns N' Roses match. My partner doesn't matter. He was just there because he thought he could prove something. But it was Guns N' Roses, so they had like thorn bushes, a bunch of little different kind of guitars, like a rock band guitar with thumbtacks on the back of it, that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
And, it was the first time someone stapled a dollar to my tongue, so that was kind of fun. And then immediately after, I stapled this dude's mask to his face because I tried taking it off. Well, it let me, so I was like, okay, let me help you keep it on then. And I started.
Oh, that's great.
So, but there's a lot of fun like spots in it, but the commentary is what makes me like watching it because it's Supreme, Messiah, and Ozzy on the commentary, and like just hearing those three interact with each other is so fun.
Oh yeah. That's
that's one I really looked back at, and kind of fondly about because I was the veteran in the whole match. I had more experience going into my first tournament than all three of them did in death matches in general.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get my ass beat. Oh, whatever.
Hey, goes with the territory.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
So it says on your Twitter, on your bio that you make a mean eggs in a basket. So when are we gonna have a cook off? Because y'all know I like to
Oh,
cook.
no, that's funny. Yeah, I'm pretty good at making breakfast stuff. Like,
Nice.
I want to learn how to do like gourmet Italian food because it's cheap from what I heard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you a
Yeah.
second breakfast kind of guy?
What's up?
Are you a second breakfast kind of guy? Like
No,
in
no,
common.
I'm not like what Scotty says. I don't know what second or third or 12th or 13th breakfast or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I forgot about Scotty.
I've seen all the Lord of the Rings. I've seen all the Hobbit movies. Hobbits are still shorter than I am, so he can go fuck himself.
I totally didn't bring that up for that reason.
No, I'm a simple kind of guy.
Nice.
Oh, there's the cue to start talking about no ring deathmatch circus tournament. Just saw the picture pop up.
How do you feel about no ring matches?
I've had two of them so
Hmm.
far. I think, yeah. I faced Casanova and Michael Kruger down in Tucson, but the footage was so bad they didn't release it. And then I did No Peace Underground, and that was fucking bonkers. That was awesome. That was a great experience. I really want to go back down there. It's such a good crowd. The owners are awesome. The bar that we wrestle in, the staff's great. So
Very cool. That always helps.
yeah, this is done by Primos, King of the or Slave of the Death Matches presents bar fights, I think, or
Hmm.
night fights, bar fights, something like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and this is their first tournament I've heard of that they're doing the no ring death match for them. I know other places have.
Hmm.
So like I'm super jazzed. I always like going out to Denver. Slave has always been nice to me. So I can't complain or anything. I enjoy going out there. It's a lot of fun. Denver's a good place to go. Good people out there.
Nice. Very cool.
On headshots and how supportive of the deathmatch campaign. Um, headshots don't bother me. I have a thick skull. Um, well, I always put up my arm to try to protect myself. I understand why people put their hands up, but taking and giving headshots and death matches are becoming a rare thing. Um, and seeing the outpour of love that like Marcus Crane has gotten, that G Raver has gotten, like that just goes to show that the deathmatch community is a very special thing. Like
Indeed.
I've seen normal shows do like benefit shows, but unless you're a big name show like GCW or you know, which one does Survival of the Sickest? What's that one? What show is that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's not Strictly Insane. But they did charity shows for G Raver and stuff and got a bunch of money. Um, unless you're a name like that, you're general fans. Unless you're an international star, OPW. There you go. Thank you. On point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, unless you're a kind of a bigger company like that, like the general fans don't really, I think, show up sometimes. Unless you have a built-in crowd base. For me, crowds in general have always been nice to me. And that's because I'm just a goofy guy. So drunks love me. Anytime there's a drunk, they're like, dude, yeah, dun dun dun, you awesome, man. Yeah. I love Neil Diamond. You a big Neil Diamond fan? I'm like, Neil Diamond's in my name, man. Stare at me like I'm stupid.
Yeah. I mean, why would you have the name if you weren't a fan?
Right? I love that everyone thinks that my finishing move is a diamond cutter because it's in my name.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
No.
not no, no, it's
Have
not.
you ever seen Neil Diamond live before?
No,
No.
probably won't ever either. Like I like Neil Diamond, but I'm not like a big enough fan to like go to his show.
He plays for like 2 hours. I took my sister once because she's a huge fan. I took her once and he plays the whole time, like 2 hours. And I swear it's a bunch of like middle-aged to older women, and I think maybe a couple pairs of granny panties were thrown up on the stage. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
But
I'm sure
put on a
that
good
dude.
show.
That dude's up there in his 70s, I think. Still rocking.
Yeah.
More power to him. That's gonna be a sad day when America loses that gem of a man.
Oh, I know, right? Probably won't happen because he's pretty healthy. He's right up there with like Ric Flair and Aerosmith, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, as far as age goes.
Best and worst ring rat stories. There's only one I can think of off the top of my head that's just kind of like haha funny. Outside of that, it's all like serious shit
Oh,
for some reason. I
whoa.
don't know. But was it at one of the shows that I was frequently going to? A dude slept with one of the rats, and her fingernails had like Mountain Dew, like painting on it to make it look like the logo or whatever. So, one of the times they were doing it, she shoved a finger in his butt. So every time we saw her, we called her Mountain Dew after that.
Oh my God. That is
That's
great.
really it. That's really the only story I got.
And that's not even a personal story because you're not going to share those with us now, are
Yeah,
you?
I don't. No, rats don't like me. I'm too much of a trashy looking guy to be attractive to women.
Oh, I'm sure it's their loss. So, where else can we see you in 2020 coming up? And how can we get a hold of you and follow you on social media?
Let's see here. Let's see if I can remember all my social media stuff. Obviously, on Facebook, it's Neil Cutter. Um, on Twitter, it's Fearless Neil, I believe. Yeah. And then on Instagram, it's NDCPOD. I think I have a YouTube out there, but I haven't been able to put stuff up because of copyrights and all that legal mumbo jumbo kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll have a merchandise shop up soon to help out with everything.
Cool.
There's a picture from when I won Prince.
Nice.
And as far as dates go, January 25th, I'll be in Phoenix for EWE World Domination 2. I
Nice.
have was it Weapons of Mass Destruction deathmatch with some rookie down there. All kinds of weird weapons they got. Here's Brett. What about a three-way between you, Masada, and Jukasai? I would probably stand there and just let them punch me. I'd be like, oh, this ain't happening. Hit me. This ain't real. And then they hit me. And I'm like, oh, it is real. Oh, it is real. Oh, no. And then shit myself. No. I would love to have that kind of match. That would be, I would be able to die in the ring during that match if it was to be made. Saying those two are my top two deathmatch guys. Like I would love to go and work either one of them at some point in my career.
Awesome.
I'm hoping to get at least one of them before I retire. So, yeah. Like just give me light tube cinder blocks and all kinds of stuff with Jusai and Masada, and I will go ham. I'll do whatever. I'll take skewers. I don't care.
That's my favorite thing. I love skewers. People know that. Most people, at least. I would that. I would go definitely.
Was it in February? We got the no ring circus deathmatch tournament in Denver for Primos. That's February 7th.
Nice.
The February 23rd, we're at ICW Milwaukee for the hardcore deathmatch challenge.
Longest name ever. I might try to go to that, depending on the weather. Close.
Saying I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go there and fuck some dudes up.
Yeah.
And then what is it? I don't think I can really announce anything after that.
Okay.
The only other thing I can think of is the Asylum Deathmatch Tournament number 2.
Oh yeah, in what is that AWR?
That's Asylum Wrestling.
Yeah.
I also got let's see if I can read this. March 7th, I got PWE. It's a Declaration of War tables match
Nice.
between me and Zog. So they'll probably be thumbtacks. They'll probably be barbed wire. It's a tables match. There's no
Yeah.
rules.
No.
You can't stop me. um, I'm sure there's a few like scattered shows in there somewhere, but we're trying to fill up dates for more death matches. I'm kind of exclusively going to that, to just doing death matches, because I can bounce back from them a little quicker than hardcore and normal matches. But
Yeah.
yeah, normal, I can do anything you put me in. The only match I have not done is a cage match, and I would like to do a death match cage match
That
or a
would be cool.
death match. Yes, cage death
To
match.
happen. Somebody needs to make that happen for you, at least.
I'd love to go to Big Japan, Big Japan, New Japan. I'll go to any of them over there. So I'm really hoping by the end of 2020 I hit Mexico, Canada, and I'm hoping to get to the UK before the end of this year. So like I got big goals.
Nice. Those are good goals. Get that passport and do.
I liked it. I enjoyed Horror Slam. They helped me knock off a bucket list guy. I got to work in a big 6-man with Necro Butcher, so like I got to knock him off the list too. Like I'm saying, I had a great time up there. Like I really want to go back and do a death match for everyone up there, because I know I can do some cool shit for them. Really like to get in there with Jeff King or Chuck Steen. I'd really like to go duke it out with one of those guys again. Aiden Blackheart's addicted to Friday the 13th video game because of me. Good. Take your flock and play your damn game.
You don't have to tell him twice.
The picture they're putting up there right now is after Wax DVD'd me off the apron onto a log cabin, and I somehow managed to kick out. I don't know how I did that.
Oh shit. Wow.
Hell yeah, Big Joe. I'll staple his goddamn undies to his leg and his shirt. I'll staple his ball sack to his leg. Big Joe is the UK dude.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, he's wrestled at the Gathering a few times. He did TOD a couple years back. Saying, good dude, funny guy. I interrupted a interview he was doing with a UK group, and me and him just shot the shit for like 2 hours, and they just recorded it all.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was fun. Big Joe's a good dude. Good guy. I got a question for you. What do you think about that Alex guy from Russia?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Me? Oh, I think he's a crazy motherfucker, and he needs to get his ass over here so he can get booked. It needs to happen.
I don't know how much it is to get a plane ticket from here or from Russia to here, but yeah, that kid needs to get over here.
Yeah.
Future if he can make it over here.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's trying to. He's got to go through a bunch of hoops to do it because Russia is full of a bunch of dicks. But
they're communists, of course they're dicks.
Yeah. So, I think hopefully we can maybe make that happen this year. It'd be awesome to see him, and I know he's dying to get over here. So,
okay. I'm not leaving. You're just staring at my ceiling real quick.
Oh, the sunshine again.
Oh. Okay, medicated. Okay, I'm medicated. I'm good.
Good. So what has been one of your worst injuries that you've had?
Worst injuries. After I did my match with John Rare in light tube crucifix match, that one I was pretty cut up, pretty deep, a lot. No exposed nerves or anything like that, but just a lot of cuts. So in my match with him, I got cut up a lot because I took a lot of shit on glass and just got cut up pretty good.
Yeah.
Trying to think. The most recent one is probably pretty painful. I did a springboard going for my Sweet Caroline, a springboard clothesline, and the guy I was working Satu Jin just looked up, saw me coming at him, and just clotheslined me. And just,
he's
I
a big
think I
guy.
just whipped. Yeah, I think I just whiplashed real hard back and hit my shoulder real hard, and like the front part of my pec still hurts. So I think I stressed the muscle a little bit, and it's a pain in the ass. It's really not that bad. It's just a pain in the butt. Thoughts on the necro haters? Same. I'm friends with him. I like him. He has a right to his own opinion. That's all I can really say about it. Like I love the dude to death. Some of the things he goes on in the rants and stuff, like more power to him. You know, he has the right to do that. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's wrong. He has a right to believe what he wants to believe. You know, so who am I to judge? I ain't God. So everyone's flawed. Everyone's got their issues and whatnot. So same.
It's crazy. There's a lot of haters out there right now, and it's like, just, let's see these people get out there and do what he's done in his career,
Yeah, like the dude's done so much. Like he's a living legend in death matches.
Absolutely. And people are, saying a bunch of shit recently. It's like, just, are you kidding me? He's a legend. Are you kidding me?
It's just bizarre. Like I don't know exactly what's going on with all that, but he has a right to his own opinion.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I don't know exactly what's going on with exactly this necro hater thing, but I don't can't hate him for an opinion. So
Exactly. Well, we're coming up on 10 o'clock, a little bit after 10. So if anybody has anything else to say, throw it in there real quick. Or Neil, if you have anything you want to add or talk about real quick before we close it out, go ahead.
If you guys want to see me at a show near you or any particular shows, hit them up, put them on blast.
Yeah, book this guy.
Yeah, like I've reached out to the companies and stuff and been trying to get on shows that I think would help elevate me and get to show more people my goofy ass style. I got to leave it in your guys' hands. If you guys put it out there, make it known, people will want me to show up more. And then once they see what I can do, then it's, off to the races,
Indeed. Do you plan on trying to get the unsanctioned pro belt back? Because I know you had it at one.
Try to get that damn thing back. I won it the first time, held it for 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Okay, Johnny had a question real quick. What's my finisher? It's known as the squirrel dive. It's a big splash from the top rope where I stretch my arms back and I grab my ankles and puff out my chest like a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Right before I splash into you. If it's in death matches, I try to do it with light tubes.
Nice. Yeah, it's a pretty cool move. I've seen it a few times. I like it. Kind of like a tree squirrel, honey badger style.
Yeah, man. Was it a honey squirrel?
Honey
squirrel badger. Honey squirrel badger. There we go.
There you go.
saying be fucking insane.
I think that needs to be on a shirt for you. Like, maybe do like a honey badger crossing shirt and have like a honey badger, or like the signs that you see like deer crossing, and then
Oh.
have like you holding like a light tube or something, or
I will look into that. I will try. Don't
yeah.
forget, everybody. Tomorrow is Casanova Valentine.
Yes.
Come on here and say hi to that hoser.
Yeah.
Hit her heart something. I tried to make a joke. I couldn't figure it out.
You tried. We'll give you credit. Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow will be a pretty good show. Pretty good show.
We're gonna leave on murder that cow, murder that cow, murder that cow, murder that cow.
Awesome. Well, it was good talking to you, and I'll definitely see you at AWR for sure. I'll try to get out to Milwaukee. Everybody
You
go
better
see
show
that.
up. You better
Huh?
show up. I got I got a bunch of different stuff going on at ICW. So yeah, you better show up. I got like 3 or 4 guys.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get fucked up. So you
Yeah,
better show up and take
I
care of
like
me.
that venue. Yeah. Yeah. I'll help patch you up if you need some help too.
All right, good.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right, Neil. It was good talking to you.
Good talking to you. See y'all later. Bye bye.